There's been reports of continued clashes despite the start of a 24-hour ceasefire agreed upon by rebel commanders. The ceasefire agreement followed pressure from U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken over the fierce fighting in Khartoum. Wilkis Tanyabwa has more.
On Tuesday, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken held separate phone calls with the Army Chief and the head of the paramilitary unit, the Rapid Support Forces. They agreed on a ceasefire which was scheduled to start at 6 p.m. local time in Sudan. Army General Shams el-Din Kabashi, a member of Sudan's ruling military council, however announced on Al Arabiya TV that the ceasefire would not extend beyond the agreed 24 hours.
We received a suggestion presented by the United Nations Organization as well as in communication with friendly countries and the U.S. Foreign Secretary to have a ceasefire lasting 24 hours. We have accepted this for the duration of 24 hours only because of the severe humanitarian situation the residents of Khartoum are experiencing, where movement is difficult. Hospitals and other services like electricity and water are scarce.
RSF leader General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, whose whereabouts have not been disclosed since the fighting began, say the RSF also approved the 24-hour ceasefire to ensure the safe passage of civilians and the evacuation of the wounded. The power struggle between the two sides derailed an internationally backed plan to shift to civilian rule. Amidst this fighting, the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies said it was nearly impossible to provide humanitarian services around the capital. The organization warned that the country's health system was at risk of collapse and asked for the creation of a humanitarian corridor to enable its network of over 400,000 aid workers to reach those in need. The World Health Organization says it has documented 3 attacks against healthcare facilities in Sudan that killed at least 3 people. It has urged the parties in the Sudan conflict to provide access to medical facilities.
Healthcare facilities and workers must never be a target, especially in a situation like this where there are thousands of civilians who need access to emergency care.
The WHO warned that hospitals in Khartoum were severely lacking life-saving supplies and that blackouts were making it difficult to render basic services. Wilkis Tanyabwa, CGTN.